Hello, friends. Now it should be working. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to a coding Q&A. Where's my hair's getting cut off? Salute. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you, Alka. Thank you. Yes, today is my first official day at Twitch work as a Twitch partner. Well, no, I don't work for Twitch, but I'm a partner. I'm a partner now. It's a thing. It happened. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the show, and thank you very much, Unknown Gamer Guy, for that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Thomas Parsley with a $3 tip. It should appear in my overlay. Let's see if it does. It's very possible that it's delayed. Well, thank you. Being a Twitch partner means that we get 20 more emote slots. I think that's the main thing. And potentially longer commercials, yeah. But also, I will always have transcoding now. Thank you very much, Dr. 2 Pedro, for that Twitch Prime sub. Let's see if Thomas Parsley didn't send a message. I have to look at my overlay. Something's not happening with the messages. But Thomas Parsley said, "Why is Nuxt.js slow compared to Next.js? Nuxt is 370 milliseconds, or 370 requests per second. Next is 2100 requests per second. I don't want to go outside Vue in Nuxt SSR. By the way, hi." Thank you, Nandos, for the 100 bits, who says, "Congrats," and "Howdy, partner." Is there already a hype train? You know, yesterday I looked into where are the origins of calling this a scam train. And I think it's just misinformation, because a scam usually means that you're coercing people to give you money and they really get no benefit from it. But the hype train is to encourage you to support me. It's not a scam train. Thomas, I'll take a look at your message. I'll say, can I copy it? Let's see. Can I copy it? All right, I'm gonna copy it. We'll see. A lot of people call it a scam train. It's like a meme to call a hype train a scam train. All right, give me a second. Greg with 100 bits. Oh yeah, and Greg, thank you very much for the resub. 3 months, 3-month resub. Much appreciated. All right, what are we doing? I just need to write this question down so that I don't forget it. Let's do that. Nope. There's this. Oh, thank you, Effie. Yep, this is a monarch butterfly, and this question comes from Thomas Parsley. I'll give you my quick answer. I don't know. My quick answer to your question, Thomas, is I don't know. My longer answer is, how much does it really matter? And then my other answer after that is, make sure you're not running in development mode. Make sure you're actually running in production mode, which will potentially speed up your requests per second. Cool. All right, welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Today we're going to be answering questions. Thank you very much for doing that command, because as you can see, you can go to this website vox.coding.garden, and at this website, you can ask questions. Oh, and thank you very much, Julian, for the 50 bits. Much appreciated. Can you search my name in your chat? Yes. Yes, I can. No, I have a full-time job. Oh, and thank you very much, Draculente, for the 100 bits. Andrew, what do you want me to see? Why are you... You're not ignored. Oh. Thank you for the bits, Andrew. Look, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of people here. We're just getting started. I just woke up, but thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I got partnered. Okay, but if you do !ask in the chat, followed by your question, it will appear on this website, and then I can see it, other people can see it, and other people can vote on your questions too. As you can see, How to Code has submitted a blank question, but that's okay. We're all learning here. Velodes, thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Doc with that partner octopus thingy. Andrew, stop it. So we're good. So if I will say this right now, if you have a question, use these commands because otherwise your question will be lost in the chat. And it's only fair because also these are ranked. These are ordered by when the question was submitted, and also ordered by whenever ordered by number of votes and that kind of thing. You can get subs and bits as a Twitch affiliate. Julian with the 3-month resub. Thank you very much, Julian. 3 months. Hello. Yeah. Thanks for asking before trying, but yeah, you can. we block a lot of stuff though. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So on Twitch there are different levels of being able to make money on Twitch. Affiliate is the first one. An affiliate, you can accept subscriptions and do bits and you have ads and all that kind of stuff. But a partnership is the next level. And I'll show you. I get a checkbox next to my name. Look at that check. This is my first checkbox, everyone. I've never had a checkbox next to my name. I'm pretty excited. I know it's not that big a deal, but it's a checkbox. It's like, you know, I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years. I just crossed 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's fun. Verified, yeah. Oh yeah, yes. So let me tell you what you get as a partner. So as a partner, you get encoding priority. So in the past, some people have complained that sometimes you can only watch me in 1080p, but now as a partner, you should have options. So if you have slower internet, you should now always have the option to choose a lower resolution. So that's awesome. The other thing is we unlocked a bunch of emote slots. So right now, as an affiliate, you can only unlock up to 5 emotes, and we had that, or 4 emotes. But now, the number of emotes we can unlock is based on the number of sub points that I have, and I currently have 20 emote slots open. So I'm probably gonna put like a poll in the Discord. Yeah. So and I uploaded that emote yesterday because that's one I had to get rid of. But thank you all for that hype train, much appreciated. I'm gonna be commissioning some new emotes. That's another thing. What else? There's a possibility of getting on the front page. Partnership is cool. I'm glad I'm a partner. All right, I'll park this message so I don't forget it. That'll try to be the first one that I answer. The thing is, this will be our 3rd time to cross 1,000 subs if we do. No, yes, that's a good call. How to code. We're definitely gonna do a Panzer emote. Definitely. That's my dog. That. Oh yeah, custom cheer motes. Basically, you get a lot more flexibility and options on Twitch as a partner. And there's some requirements. You have to stream a certain number of days a month. You have to maintain a certain level of viewership. Yeah, but we made it, everyone. We made it. Well, no, I have no idea if I would actually make it on the front page, but that is something that is a possibility as a partner. Thank you very much, No Secuntar, for the Twitch Prime sub. And Cubro HD, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub as well. All right, we need to say hello to everyone, but also Frex Tabel with a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we need a content emote. They just say content. Actually, I don't know if that. So there was a person that made an example content emote. I don't know if you're in the chat today, but if you share that again, I could just upload that. And also, I want an emote that just says "Hello, friends." Probably. Alka's gonna have a project on the front page. What? Congrats, Alka. Will it be on someone else's stream, or how's that gonna work? But that's amazing. That's amazing. NovaScript, it's your birthday. Yeah. Oh, we could do yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll make this an official emote instead of just a Better Twitch TV emote, and we'll have a WoW emote. Hush hush. Ooh, okay. Well, tune into Alka. Shout out Alka. Follow him for your chance to, well, not for your chance, but follow him so that you can be aware whenever that thing actually happens. Free debugs! Yeah, these are great ideas. But, not that. I want an emote that looks like Very Handsome Billy's Chill Vibes, but instead of Chill Vibes, it'll say Hello, Friends. And what's up, Jifram? Boga hey. All right. I'm getting distracted. We need to say hello, but first of all, I need to acknowledge all of the support events that happened before the stream even got started. First of all, thank you to Coil Twitchbot for the 100 bits. Look into Coil; it's an interesting thing. Thank you to the real Gregarious for the 3-month resub. Very much appreciated. Unknown Gamer Guy with the Twitch Prime sub. Dr. Pedro with the Twitch Prime sub. Nando's with the 100 bits. Andrew with the 10 bits. The real Greg with 100 bits. Julian with the 50 bits. Draculente with the 100 bits. The Loads with the 100 bits. Ringworld with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Julian with the 3 months resub, who says, hi, CJ. Hi, Julian. Nesso Kantar with the Twitch Prime sub. Cabro with the Twitch Prime. Frexa Patabel with a Twitch Prime. These are all very hard to pronounce names. And Wingirl with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you all very much for your support. All right. What are we doing? Let's see who's new here. There's a lot of people watching. And I'm curious. Who's new? And hello, Chase Gracias. We're going to say hello to everyone. We will. That's the plan. Okay, we're doing that. Only type 1 if you're new here. Only type 1 if you're new. Rami, Fantasy Teapot, Casper, Drecon, Oxfox, Smart, Varun, Electro Games, Mr. Dimwolf, you are not new. Dessa Robin, True Lavendor, Jamuth, yes sir, Moseed, Eat Program Food, Soon, Stankovitap. These are all names I have never seen before. Welcome, everyone. I program for food. Saroon, Moseed, GTC, Artus, Blackclaw, Andrew Lane has been here for a very long time. Andrew Lane's been here since the YouTube days. Deploydal, Curdo, GX. Welcome, everyone. That's a lot of new people. That's a lot. I mean, some of you might not actually be new, but a lot of these names look new to me. Thank you very much, Thomas Parsley, for that subscription. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm premiering an old archive on YouTube right now. Let's bring in viewers in. All right. Enough of that. Let's talk about the things we're all new. Let's talk about all the things on my screen. First of all, you can see the coding garden. And Steph Beckers with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Define drop. So the drop game, you might have seen people doing this, but in the chat, if you type !drop me, yeah, let's all drop me right now. There is a 90-second cooldown, so you can only drop once every 90 seconds. But that will drop your avatar. Oh, that's a beautiful drop. Who is that? Arthur. Great drop, Arthur. But as you can see, this is going to be a good one too. If you land in the garden, you will grow a seedling. How to code. I program for food. Great drops. Look at all the people. Look at all of them. That's great. That's amazing. Okay. So yeah, that's the drop game. The other thing is you can see in my overlay, or in the chat here, some people have a country flag or a badge next to their name. So Wolfie has Germany, Mr. Demwolf has United States of America, FV has the Netherlands, Drills has Antarctica. I don't know if they're actually there, but so if you do !country followed by your 2-character country code, it will put your flag in my chat. All right. And then the other thing is you can also add a team badge. Represent Master Agent Miyazaki from Sweden. Very cool. Oh, nice, Electro Games. Thanks for dropping by. It's raining. Look at all the people. All right, so if you want to put a team badge next to your name, so I'm going to do that. What's my team badge right now? I have node.js. Let's pick a new one. So if you go to this website, it's the Font Awesome Brands cheat sheet. If you go to this website, you can pick a team. I'm going to be Team Firefox. Easy. Easy pick. So if you do !team followed by a valid team name from that page, that will put the team next to your name. Look at that. Ikrish from India is on Team JavaScript. You can only have one badge. Oh, Herman is on Pied Piper. Cheyenne is LinkedIn. Wait, what is this? I have no idea what that is. Firefox, yeah. What's up, Milky Dev? Check out Milky Dev. He's a member of our Live Coders team. Click the link. Drop a follow. Welcome to the show, dude. This is for you. Fist bump. It's Pied Piper, but orange. Oh. It does not look familiar to me. Cool. So, oh yeah, so Spain flag with the Linux logo, Tux Linux. I'm doing pretty good, Milky Dev. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, Team Hooli. Wow. All right, so that's that. The LED actually isn't running right now. I think that's fine. That's fine. And the last thing you do is set your status. Answering questions as a Twitch partner. Do I get to keep dropping that now? As a Twitch partner, you know. So if you do set status, it'll appear. I'm a Twitch partner, by the way. If you do set status, it appears below your message. I will mention this is a family-friendly stream. Oh, thank you, Axius. I worked really hard for it, and I waited a really long time for it, so I'm proud of it. Howdy, partner. Your weird flex, but okay. Your status must be family friendly. If you set a status that is not family friendly, you will just be instantly banned. There's nothing we can do about it until we update the code. But so do not set an inappropriate status, or the mods will just ban you straight up. Yeah. All right. I think that's that. Let's acknowledge all the follows that have happened since we've started. Yeah, I got partnered. Literally yesterday. Yesterday was an extremely busy day at work, and right after like a 3-hour meeting, I looked at my Twitch notifications, and it was like, congrats, welcome to the partner program. I was like, what? I freaked out. And then I spent an hour and a half reading some legalese. M. Turbell, thank you for the follow. Debugging, what a great Twitch name. Debugging, thanks for being here. Bamaquandarando, hello, welcome. Killer Queen, thanks for being here. Monk, thanks for the follow. Fernand, thank you for the follow. Kamikaze, thank you for the follow. Ghost Mar, thanks for being here. Drecon, thanks for the follow. Unknown Gamer Guy, and with the Twitch Prime sub, right? Thank you, Unknown Gamer Guy, thanks for being here. Velodes, hello. Axfuse, thanks for the follow. NG Berman, thanks for that follow. Nuta, thank you for following. Graham Siam, thank you. Electro Games, thanks for that follow as well. At Buildoff, that's a cool name too. And Velodes with 100 bits, thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. Drag Wolves, thanks for following. Thurton, thanks for following. Steps, thanks for following. Jinda, thanks for the follow. And Oak Realist, thanks for the follow. GX, thank you for the follow. Sleuthon, thanks for following. Chriswo, hello. Keckman, thanks for the follow. The Where, I appreciate you. Citrus Flavor, thanks for being here. Marcos, thank you. And also MJ Packard, thanks for the follow. At what point do I stop acknowledging follows? We now have over 11,000 followers. GD Mikey with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much, GD Mikey. So now that I'm a partner, I can eat on stream, probably. Never stop. All right, I'm gonna do my best. Never stop acknowledging followers. Is there an easy way to filter exclamation mark messages? I don't know. So if you use Better Twitch TV or Franker Faces, they might have a plugin that filters messages. But yeah, I do realize that this chat gets a little hard to read when there's a bunch of drop commands in it. All right, stop now. We're just answering questions today. Right now we're getting warmed up. We're saying hello to everybody. But if you go to this website, vox.coding.garden, it'll show you how to ask a question. And then we're going to start answering. All right. How many follows out of 11,000 did you not acknowledge? Probably a lot. Because before it was really hard because I lost track as the follows came in. Oh, thank you, Ghost. I'm contemplating putting my hair down today. Or leaving my hair down. But I also thought I gotta look clean and kempt. Gotta represent the Coding Garden brand. So, I don't know. Do it. And Pablucci, thank you for the follow. I don't know what the number. We can go back in the YouTube archive and figure out when I actually started explicitly acknowledging each follow. But before that, I tried to, but it also got lost in the chat a lot. But now we have this fancy follow filter, so I have no excuse for missing follows. All right, we got some redemptions. What's going on here? Victor with the posture check. Thank you very much. Oh, Master says, I want to say hi and congrats on the 121th day of home inventory success. Hopefully it won't take a year to be complete on the back end. You know what? It probably will. But that's in reference to one of my more recent YouTube videos. Well, I mean, I am consistently surprised how many views my Twitch clips get. Like, look at this. This is a 45-minute clip from a live stream. Unprepared. I just did the thing, and it already has 10,000 views. And I posted it 2 days ago. I don't know. I'm proud of that. But this historic moment. This is really funny if you missed it. Check it out. We inserted baked beans into the database for the very first time. Victor, thank you for the posture check. Smiley with the hydrate. Cheers. Galaxy Cup. Redeem one line of code. We'll figure out something. We'll try to write a line of code. Velodes with the posture check. Hemi codes with a hydrate as well. Cheers. Shot in the dark with a hydrate as well. Cheers. 420 filthy with a hydrate as well. Cheers. Lethal game addict with a hydrate as well. Cheers. Ezrab with a hydrate. Cheers. Rami with a hydrate. Cheers. Or Rami. Probably Rami. Pete. Cheers. The chosen one. Cheers. Alright, we got 2 lines of code redeemed. How are we going to do it? I don't know. Let's acknowledge these follows, and then I'm going to try to answer. I'm going to do my best to answer the question that was asked by Thomas, which is about Nuxt. I mean, the short answer is I have no idea because I don't really use Nuxt, but there are some things we could look into or things we could try. But Magicern, thank you for the follow. Sugar Pup, thanks for following. Jays, thank you for the follow. The Drunken Developer, thanks for being here. Textstorm, Adam, welcome. And the Borinator, thank you for being here. And yeah, it might be fun to just generate a Nuxt app, because I've only done that like once before. 1 line of code with 2 line breaks. And this is additional context to the question that Thomas was asking. So I run in production mode. Last week I finished my personal portfolio in Nuxt and dropped it on my VPS. In order to improve performance, I started looking for some ways to speed it up. My personal sites don't have much traffic, but I want to recode client sites from PHP to Node, and I don't know if Nuxt is the right way. That's good for context. Thanks for saying that, Thomas. Because yeah, I was gonna say if it's a portfolio site, you do not need to worry about performance. But I understand your situation. You want to switch to Nuxt, or you want to convert from PHP, and you want to make sure that you have the similar performance. So I honestly have no idea. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to set a timer so that we don't get carried away. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. And I'll generate a Nuxt app, and then potentially do some web searching. I'm going to DuckDuckGo it, to see if anybody has reported on performance optimizations for Nuxt and stuff like that. So let's get going. And let me paste in this for context as well. So, and those of you that are just joining us, this is the Q&A stream. Let's go down the rabbit hole, yeah. So if you go to vox.coding.garden, you can see questions that other people have asked. And then you can upvote them as well. So if you see a question you like here, you can do in the chat, do ! upvote followed by the number, and it'll push it up to the top. We're going to start with Thomas's question. Thomas has been here a while. They're a supporter of the channel, and this is interesting. Type 1 in the chat if you think this is an interesting question. Doc is saying, if you're used to the PHP FPM thread pool performance, you could look into running it in cluster mode and setting Node.env to production. Ah, yeah. So you have options for sure. So cluster mode basically, so lots of people typing one. But cluster mode in Node.js makes it so that your Node.js app will scale up to the number of CPUs on your machine. And so, that will help with number of requests per second. And that's potentially what you may not be used to, because in PHP, I believe incoming requests are running like on background threads, right? I don't really know that much about PHP. You might have to configure it that way. But in Node, there's literally a single thread handling all requests. Asynchronous tasks do happen in the background. Yeah, and so you could use PM2 with cluster mode. But yeah, Alien with 1,000 bits. Thank you very much, Alien. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say hi to everybody. You know what? I didn't say hi to everybody. Why didn't you all tell me? I forgot. We're about to get started. We haven't even said hi. All right, we're gonna do a lightning round of hellos. I will set a 5-minute. Hi. We're gonna say hi for 5 minutes. All right, so in the chat, say hi, hello, hey. If you've already said it in the chat, it'll pick it up because yeah. So hi, hello, hey, morning, afternoon, or howdy, and we're gonna do a lightning round. If you asked a question in your hello, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to skip it. But for now, let's just say hi to everybody. Dudos, Mark, Mr. Pierman, Jewel, Iglecio, Ego Iglesias, Alessandro, Ali Day, thanks for being here first time. Andrew Howard, Aiden, 420 Filthy, Thiago, welcome. Lord Roast Beef, hello. Depopom, watching from your phone, very cool. Alka, hello Alka, thanks for being here. Check out Alka, he's a member of our Live Coders team. Drop a follow for incoming coolness. Casper, how's it going? And Mart, and NG Beerman, hello. Bob's Paradox, what's up, Bob? It's been a while. Bamquan Dorando, thanks for being here, hello. Hello, Aiden Games. What's up, Drecon from Greece? Very cool. Gazar, hello. NG Berman, Alessandro, Cocho. What's up, Cocho? Check out Cocho. He's also a member of our Live Coders team. Does lots of cool stuff. And he hangs out here, which is really fun. Zrellers. Welcome, Jamuth. Hello. Napticar says, Twitch notifications come so late. They do. Yeah, that's why I have 15 minutes of start time at the beginning of my stream, because it takes a while for the Twitch notification to go out. Infi is currently writing a blog CMS and Express while watching in the background. I saw your message earlier. Infi, did you not read the mod channel? The mods were the first one to find out that I was a partner. Well, I told them. And maybe Infi didn't read the history in the mod channel. I don't know. What's up, Mart? And Karate Wump, and Leo, and Steph, and Mir, and Draculente, and Declan. And Mart, hello, Mrr Gaming, how's it going? What's up, Lakshman? Welcome. Tachi, hello. Victor. Drecon, hopefully you got the country flag working. And hello, Igio from Brazil. Very good. Obify, what's up? Ingy Berman, hello. Howda Code, what's up? Where's that lo-fi hip-hop from? I think we have a music command. I don't know if it's technically lo-fi hip-hop. It is chill music, but all the music in my start screen are from one of those two playlists. And hello, Cheyenne. What's up, Kazar? FM, hello. Cyberslonic, hello. And thank you for dropping by, PJ Keller. Hello, Jeff. JJ Codes, what's up? Leachy, how's it going? La Stridler, procrastinating, watching CJ. Welcome to the show. Piyush, Castellin, Freaky, Monoloito, Catherine. What's up, Doc? Is that a partner emote? What is that emote? Oh, Twitch votes. It kind of looks like a partner thing. Yeah, the at the beginning the pixel thing is my dog. I program for food. Thanks for being here. Hello. What a wonderful pitch. Symbiote, hello. John, hello. Jackhammer, Shrinka, hello. Jarvis, hello. Payush, Diffradev, Ermo, Dewanch. Pyramid Bot, hello. Mirus, hello. What's up, Steph? Scabard, Timmy Connect, Leo, Unknown Gamer Guy, hello. What's up, Drills? And thank you, Alka. Payush, hello. Smiley, hello. What's up, Herman? NovaScript, Electro Games is here. Drekins, Ace Mods is here. Moseed is here. Rami is here from Egypt. Very cool. FM Suhail, how's it going? K Weekman, what's up, K Weekman? Not much. We're just saying hello. What's up, Tachi? And thank you, Lechi, for the congrats. Unknown German guy. Oh, I keep saying gamer guy. I'm sorry. Shiny Coffin. Felicidades. Thanks for being here. Hello. It's been a while, I feel like. Thanks for dropping by. Graham Sayam. Long-time watcher. First-time live stream. Welcome. What's up, Shorcy Web? Mods, why did we make the... I'm overwhelmed. There are too many chats. We're going to keep the slow mode at 30 seconds. What's up, Edu? And Hemi Codes, how's it going? FV. What do I think of the Request File System API? Never heard of it, but I'll park that so we don't forget it. And we have 30 seconds left. Speed mode, Mr. Demon Wolf, Urgil, Co-Effect, Astrolera, Edu, Fahim Mashan, Wolfie, Unfair, yes sir, Pete Pal, Depopom, I'm Tom Eddy, hello, Master Agent Miyazaki, Frex, how's it going? Oh yeah, we need to sing Happy Birthday to NovaScript. There's a lot going on today. Are we going to answer questions? I don't know. Are we actually going to write code? I don't know. Jiffaram, hello. And Don, hello. And Bogahay, all the Boga fans that are here, or Boga fam, thanks for being here. Cabro, hello. All right, we're out of time. Hello, friends. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to say hello to everyone, but if the chat calms down and you sneak a hello in there, it's possible that I will take a break from what I'm doing and just say hi. And what's up, Callum? Thank you very much. 2-month resub. 2 months. 2 months. The Twitch chat counter is open. Oh, I see. That makes sense, Alka. That makes sense. But still, go watch Alka's channel and you'll learn cool things and see cool stuff. All right, let's answer that next question. Oh, we got a tip. I need to fix my overlay. It's borked. The tip is borked. The tip overlay is borked. But Vance says, landed my first contract with help from your videos on YouTube. So thanks. Vance, congrats. Really glad to hear that. Yeah, I will say it's all you though. I just say words and show code, but you're the one that got the job, so congrats. And HS Smith, thanks for following, and X Relay, thanks for following. All right, I swear we're actually gonna write code now. Oh, thank you, Droomba. Yeah, let's look up Nuxt. So Nuxt is a server-side rendering framework. The She-Boss with the gift. What's up, the She-Boss? I probably didn't see your hello because we're pretty overwhelmed today, but thank you very much for the gifted sub to Dewanch. Very cool. The She-Boss, yeah. Thanks for being here. All right. So Vue Js is a front-end framework. It's really cool. I like it a lot. If you've been here before, you probably know that. But Nuxt is a wrapper on top of Vue Js that gives you server-side rendering with hydration, and it's like modern server-side rendering, very similar to Next.js. So if you've heard of Next.js, which is like the React way of doing this, so this is basically server-side rendered React, and it's pre-rendered. So your initial page load is server-side rendered, and then subsequent requests, your app behaves just like a regular React single-page application. And Nuxt is the same thing, but for Vue. It's also a bit more opinionated than just straight Vue.js because it basically has a folder layout, and if you put things in those folders, magic happens, and you automatically get routes and pages and stuff like that. Can I explain server-side rendering? Yeah. So let's just generate an app with this guide. Installation. npx create Nuxt app with the project name. Let's do it. So we're going to create a Nuxt app. Yeah, Vue is great. I agree. What are we going to do in this Nuxt app? Excuse me. We're just going to call this Hello Nuxt. It'll just be some basic pages. Oh yeah, and some of the tools Mr. Demon Wolf is working on, I believe, are built with Nuxt. Oh, Faraday Academy is here? Oh, I missed it. What's up, Faraday? Or Gwen. I always call you Faraday. I always call you Faraday. Her name is Gwen. But Nuxt, Faraday says, Nuxt is also good without server-side rendering. Takes away a lot of the boilerplate from regular Vue. Yeah, so I'm sure you can enable it or disable it. I believe you could also do like an initial like static build. But yeah, check out Faraday Academy. They come from the land of YouTube, just like me, but now they're on Twitch. We don't come for the code. We're here for the hospitality. All right. Cool. So we're generating an app. We're going to call it Hello Nuxt. JavaScript or TypeScript? Thomas Parsley, if you're still here, let me know. JavaScript or TypeScript? And show all followers in the Nuxt app? That'd be fun. Why not? JavaScript. TypeScript. Okay. Thomas Parsley is the one that asked the question, so we're going to use JavaScript, and I'm going to use npm. Okay. So here's the thing about Nuxt. It's more opinionated than Vue Js. Like Vue Js, it has a lot of things you can do that are supported by the core libraries, but it still doesn't care how you do it. But Nuxt, is a bit more opinionated, and it comes with a lot of things like this. Like, by default, I can just immediately install Bootstrap. All right. Bootstrap or Vuefi? And I'll say right now, I'm not going to choose Tailwind. I'm not going to choose Tailwind. So vote in the chat right now. Bootstrap or Vuefi? Oh, and actually, let's do. Actually, just wait. Don't vote yet. We had this submission, which is really cool. That was created by Ogden, who created this chatpoll.tv. So they were inspired by the recent build a basic Twitch webpage that I made. Quasar. Oh, do they have Quasar as an option? Oh no, they don't. But they made this thing called chat poll where I can put in options. So we're gonna vote for Vuefi or Bootstrap. And so in the chat, type 1 or 2 based on which one you want to vote on, or which one you want me to use. Would you look at that? Would you look at this? Is really cool. So this was inspired by my type 1 in chat thing that I built, but they made it so that actually you can put poll options, and then people can vote on stuff. And I don't know, are you here? Was it Ogden or Ogden? It's a close one. It's a really close one. Oh, excuse me. And while we're voting, I'm gonna sing Happy Birthday to I believe it's NovaScript's birthday, right? I don't think you can vote twice. So I think it does detect only your first vote. I just voted twice. It's possible that you saw the number go up. I don't think you can vote twice. Yeah. Stop. All right. It's such a close one. All right, we're going to end it after I finish singing Happy Birthday. And it is NovaScript's birthday, right? Yes. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to NovaScript. Happy birthday to you. I just woke up. My vocal cords are not warm. But happy birthday, NovaScript. Thanks for being here. Doesn't count twice. Cool. It looks like you can change your vote. Yeah, this is such a close one. Look at this. Vuefi just boom, boom, just came in the lead by 2. This is a very close vote. What if we just use both? What if we build the app twice? There are a lot of things I don't know. I don't know how to whistle. 2. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. Vuefi wins at literally the last few seconds, and Arthur with the 300 bits. I asked some time ago how to stand out as an intern. I was just hired. Oh yeah, I think I asked that, or I answered. I remember answering that a while back. An alien with 100 bits says Vuefi. We're gonna use Vuefi. You can stop voting now. We're definitely gonna use Vuefi. Okay. Oh, nice. Arthur, congrats, Arthur. So Arthur says, well, you guess you can't see this. Let me pull it up in the chat. I asked some time ago how to stand out as an intern. I was just hired full-time this week. Congrats, Arthur. Oh, no, it was 1,000? No, 100. Ah! But thank you, Arthur, for the 300 bits. And congrats. Full-time. Great job. And then, 1,000 bits. You know, I have to be careful. Like, I really don't want this to turn into a pay-to-play, pay-to-vote kind of place. Bufi had already won. Let it be known that Bufi had already won. But thank you very much, Alien, for the 1,000 bits. All right. All right. So we're gonna choose Bufi. Oh, and if you haven't heard of Bufi, so Bufi is a Vue Js. Actually, I didn't even clarify that. But Bufi is a component library that wraps Bulma components for Vue Js. So it's Bulma. Basically, we voted for Bulma, but they come with components. So like, there's this B button component, and then you get a Bulma type button. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna choose Bufi. Nuxt.js modules. Yeah, let's use Axios. Why not? Linting tools. We'll use ESLint and Prettier. Beautiful. Testing framework. Let's use Jest. Cool. And so you can choose your rendering mode. And this is what Gwen from Faraday Academy mentioned earlier, is you don't have to do server-side rendering. You could technically do just a SPA. But I believe we're going to go with SSR. And so all of this came from a question from Thomas, who says, why is Nuxt.js slow compared to Next? Thank you very much, NovaScript, with the 535 bits. I very much appreciated. So right now we're just talking about this question that was asked by Thomas, which is basically they have a Nuxt app and the request per second is very slow, and they're curious why. And so yeah, we're going to choose server-side rendered mode so we can see that. And yeah, so here's the thing to think about. As a single-page application, it's just static files. So you can get an insane number of requests per second because your files are just living on a static file server. And things like Nginx and Apache and all of these HTTP servers are really good at just serving up static files. If you do server-side rendered, then you need a node.js process running that serves up those requests and renders the requests that are going out. And that's slower because it has to go through Node.js. But we're going to use Node.js hosting, right? Axios is a library for making HTTP requests. I think somebody mentioned it earlier. We'll just request followers from the Twitch API and list them on the page. JS config, recommended for VS Code. Semantic pool. Wait. I don't know what either of these things are, but I'm glad that it's giving me options. Are all Vue apps spas? I have used Vue Router whilst doing some Laravel. No, so like Laravel is so if you use Vue with Laravel, it's technically, I'm pretty sure that it's still technically a spa. I don't believe it does any sort of, it might actually do some server-side rendering of like template content, but when your page loads up, Vue.js still does act as a single-page application. Like the page gets requested, potentially some Laravel server-side rendering stuff happens, and then when someone goes to your web page, it loads the Laravel stuff, and then Vue kicks in, and then it's a single-page application. With something like Nuxt, it has what's known as pre-rendering, where part of your single-page application will actually be loaded and rendered on the server side. The reason a lot of people would use something like this is for like search engine optimization, where you want web crawlers on first load to get the data so that it's not slow, and potentially they don't index your content if it's just a single page application. Yeah, so Nuxt is a framework on top of Vue that gives you this kind of stuff. There's a ton of questions. Yeah, we're gonna do our best to just talk about this. And let's set it, we'll go back to a 15-minute timer. My head trying to understand this. Yeah, we'll get there. I want to actually show some code, and I'll show some examples of what it means to be server-side rendered. Okay, so we've got our Nuxt app. We're gonna go into that folder, and we're gonna run it in dev. Well, welcome, SSJ. Nuxt.js collects completely anonymous data about usage. I'm not interested. Thanks for asking, though. Thank you, Nuxt. Oh, and Callum with the focus mode. Thank you very much. Hello, Hendlerda from Denver. I need to look at redemptions. Did we get any other focus modes? Excuse me. Overdrive, thank you for that hydrate. Cheers. Yes, sir. With the stretch. Cosmocota with the posture check. And thank you, Rendermelon, with the posture check. And Cameron Codes with the hydrate as well. Cheers. Alright, we got 2 focus modes. So let's go... 16 minutes of focus. Here we go. It gets in worse posture. Hey, Alka. Oh, thank you. I like my invisible cup too. I think it's a nice little extra thing. Keeps people on their toes. They're like, what just happened? Should I try to turn this into YouTube content? I don't know. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. In this video, I am going to be working with Nuxt. So I actually have not worked with Nuxt.js very much, but we got a question from Thomas Parsley that says Nuxt.js is slow compared to Next.js, whereas they're getting only 370 requests per second versus 2100 requests per second. And I've already mentioned I'm not super familiar with Nuxt. But I just generated an app. We're going to build a basic Nuxt app. That's what we're going to do here. And then potentially we are going to benchmark it. We're going to see how many requests per second we can get in this app. And thank you very much to Pedro Cattens for that Twitch Prime sub. So will this be YouTube content? I don't know. This might just be buried in the middle of a live stream archive, but it might also make its way to YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a Nuxt app that lists all the followers to my Twitch channel. So I'm going to open this up with VS Code, and we can see all the stuff we get. So we already talked about Nuxt. It's a framework for building Vue Js applications, and it's built on top of Vue Js, but it has more opinions than Vue Js has out of the box. So as you can see, there are folders here. It has like a components folder, and a layouts folder, and a pages folder, and a plugins folder, and a store folder. And I say that it's opinionated because it wants you to use these folders. Like if you put a component in the components folder, it becomes registered as a component. If you put a component file in the pages folder, it becomes a route in your app. And so there's a little bit of magic happening behind the scenes whenever you put files in these different folders. Whereas with Vue Js, there isn't really that magic. You have to actually write the code that sets all of that up. But that's fine. All right. Our app is running. Let's see it. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's not right. How do I change the port? This is, as you can see, this is my overlay. There's probably a config here. Nuxt config. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Nuxt allows you to do what's called, well, it is a form of server-side rendering, but it's called like pre-rendering. So change port in the Nuxt config. We'll figure out where that is in a second, but and I want to show you an example of this, of what actually happens. So we're going to write a Vue.js component, and we're going to see that when that component is actually loaded in the web browser, some things have already happened. It's hydrated, it's pre-rendered, and then once the app kicks in, then it actually becomes a single page application. Server port. All right, let's do it. Thank you, everyone, for the fact that I did not have to search that. Look at that. Twitch chat is basically just searching the web for me. Server. Port. Let's go to 9090. I don't think there's anything running there. Kill it. Restart it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. Great work, chat. Thank you very much. I would say your name, but it's really hard to read my overlay right now. Nice. Would you look at that? Okay, so when we generated this app, we chose a few things. We want this app to be generated with Bufi. We wanted it to be server-side rendered, or like server-side hydrated. And then we get this really cool layout by default, which is pretty awesome. I'm running out of ports. Coding Garden with Twitch chat. Awesome. So this is our Nuxt app. Let's go ahead and add a new page. So we can see in the pages directory those two pages that we just looked at. So if we look at pages, there is index.vue and inspire.vue. Inspire, home, inspire. All right, let's create a new page called followers. And I'm going to create a component that lists all of my followers on Twitch. It's going to be a lot. We'll do it paginated. And actually, that will allow you to see this idea of pre-rendered content versus single-page application content. I am actually excited about that. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything special. It just has a template and a script. I'll look at the Nuxt docs, but one of the things is, like, you have your traditional Vue.js lifecycle methods, but there are also some extra lifecycle methods where you can basically specify what should happen on the server versus what should happen on the client. So let's just make a little template here. Wrap it in a div. Have a little header here that says Coding Garden, Twitch followers. So there's that. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, my linter is probably really mad. Let's format this with prettier. There we go. All right, cool. So by default, it's not automatically linked, but I should actually be able to go to followers, I think. Yeah. And you see it actually loads the page. So that's one of the interesting things about Nuxt is if any file that you put in this pages directory becomes a route that you can actually go to. So we have the followers route, but let's add it to our layout so we actually have a button that goes to it. So I'm going to go to the default layout here. And then we can probably see, yeah, so this is iterating over menu items to show them on the left. So let's add a new one for followers. So we're going to say followers, icon, heart. There's probably a heart icon, right? And then the name is followers. All right, and if we do that, we should get a button. Yeah, so now I can go between the different pages. Very cool. All right, now what I want to do is when this component loads, I want to make a request to the Twitch API. When I generated this app, I chose to use Axios, so I already have Axios. I'm going to go ahead and import that. Nuxt.js, Axios. Interesting. And the interesting thing about that is I can have requests. Actually, are there no semicolons? I need to update my linter file. I usually use semicolon. That's interesting that it didn't ask me about, like, which, I guess, oh, okay, so is there a prettier RC? Yeah, I can tell it to use semicolons. Here we go. Semis. True. Actually, you know, if I do that, it's going to change it everywhere. Okay. Server prefetch is for SSR. Okay, so we'll do that. So let's do, well, really, we can think about this as just like a traditional Vue.js component, right? So in a Vue component, you can have your data, which is a function that returns an object. And we're going to say we have followers, which is just an array of followers. And we'll probably also have like total followers. Total followers? Followers? Oh, and I can just use this $Axios. That's actually pretty sweet. All the things. I didn't know these. Semicolons, maybe. I think I'm going to use async data. That's the one that I've used before. Total followers, followers, which starts off at 0. And then we'll also do current page, which starts off at 0, because we're going to have to page through these results. We have 11,000 followers. We don't just want to show all of them. We're going to show the first page, and then we'll allow the user to page through the results. 164th times the charm. So we have current page, total followers, and then the current page of followers. All right. I don't like that H2 there. Let's go to the Bufi docs and see what we can do. Is there like some typography? I probably can just use Bulma for typography, because we get Bulma via the fact that we're using Bufi. Yeah, so async data fetches on the server side, and then when it's served to the browser, that data already exists in the served data. So you actually don't have AJAX requests or Axios requests happening when the page loads. It already has all of the data that it needs. Cool. Actually, let's just get some cards going, right? Make a card. Yeah, so we'll have a card. Elements. No, let's look at Bufi. We need a card, and we'll put like I don't know if we probably don't get the follower image though. Honestly, let's make the request to the Twitch API, because we're gonna have to figure that out. Twitch API here. So if we take a look, here's the thing. I want this to be fairly easy, and I don't want to potentially expose any tokens. So we're actually not going to use the new Twitch API. We're going to use the Twitch API v5, which only requires a client ID. And then, wait, are they removing endpoints from from the v5 API? Get channel. Oh, here it is. Get channel followers. Whew. Whew. Okay. So you can do channel/channel ID and then follows, and that will give you all of the followers. And then, yeah, I wanted the followers import, so we found it. And then we'll have to request. We'll use the cursor to request each page. Okay. So I need my channel ID, and I have it's already set up in Insomnia, like some Twitch endpoints. Oh, Alka's giving it to me. Okay, in just a second, I'm going to grab my client ID. Not going to expose that. We're not going to expose my token. Cool. So this is Insomnia. It's a tool for making requests to APIs. And you can see right now I'm just hitting the Helix endpoint to get my info for Coding Garden. And this is my ID that I need to request. So I am going to add a new folder here called Kraken. So Kraken is the v5 API. It's the older API. And then we're going to have a request that is get channel follows. And so I'm going to make sure that the request works here, and then we're going to use that inside of our Nuxt app. So I'm going to go ahead and add a header for the client ID, which is that. And then we can grab the URL from the docs. So we want to make, no, not get channel teams, get channel followers. So we want to make a request to this endpoint. And then we need the channel ID, which was, okay. Okay. Come on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, it's revoked. Jeez. Okay. I tried my best. I tried my best not to expose that, and I did. But it's revoked. You can't use it. And also, it was like cut off. You didn't see all of it. Baby shark. All right. What I wanted to get was my user ID here. And then over here, we'll specify that here. And if I've done everything right, I need to specify another header. So when you're calling the v5 API, you have to specify your accept header. And then we'll go look at the docs to see what that is. Unless someone in the chat can tell me first. Let's see, who's faster, me or the chat? Here it is. Application, VND, Twitch TV, v5 plus JSON. Cool. So basically, when we're calling the v5 API, we have to specify our accept header to be that. So that way... Except baked beans. So that way we're basically telling it, hey, I'm calling the v5 API, I want a v5 response. There we go. So that gives me back the total number of followers, which is great. And then it also gives me back an array of follows. And it looks like the page size is 25. And I think that's fine. Oh, and that's awesome. It actually gives me back the user name and the user image. So we can use all of that to create a nice little card. Oh, this isn't leaked. No. So the client ID is something that can be public. Typically, if you have like a front-end web page that calls the Twitch API, this is public. The access tokens are tied to certain scopes, and those are not public. But that token was revoked. You could try to use it. It won't work. Right, and Alka is mentioning it as well. You could make this similar request to Helix, but the tricky part about Helix is that you not only need to specify your client ID, you also need to specify an OAuth token, and you don't want those tokens being exposed. Regardless, okay, we've got it. So this is the endpoint I need to hit. So we're gonna do that from our Nuxt app. So somebody mentioned async data or async something. Let's look at the Nuxt docs. Basically, there is a function that you can tap into. Yeah, async data. Yeah, there we go. TGMR has it. But this function you can tap into, and this happens on the server side. So before the page actually renders the content, this function will get called, and we can make an API request. So we're going to do that. Yeah, thank you, Callum. So we found it. Async data. We're going to do that here. Async data. And someone was saying you can actually destructure Axios from that. That's pretty cool. So, oh, no, I just want this to be a function like that. Cool. So, that, my linters really throw me off. I'm used to like trailing commas and semicolons, but that's fine. So, this function runs on the server side, and we need to make a request to the Twitch API. So I'm going to do some stuff. We'll say API URL is that. And actually, I'm going to put this in a method, so that way I can use it on the server side and on the client. So here in my methods, I'm going to say, we're going to create a method called get followers, and we'll take in the cursor, the page cursor. Because that'll allow us to get the next page of results. And that's where we'll do this. Cool. Cool. And so here is where we'll actually call, and actually we can pass in, I think we can do this $Axios, right? In a method? We'll figure it out. So we're going to call Axios.get on this API URL, and then we're going to need to specify all those headers that I showed you in Insomnia. Should get back a response, and then we'll say this dot total followers equals data dot total, and this dot followers equals data dot followers. Oh no, data dot follows. And we'll set the cursor. So we can get the next page. So this dot cursor. Actually, does it tell me what page I'm on? That's really tricky because it's hard to say, because I want to show like pagination. I want to show pages. And if I don't know what page we're on, that's going to be tricky. So let's see really quick. Get channel followers. Offset. Oh, there we go. We'll use offset instead of cursor. Yeah. And we'll show like, we're going to show 25 at a time, which is the default, and then we're going to have our offset. Okay, so, yeah. Not current page, offset, 0. Offset plus equals 25, I guess? I don't know. Let's actually put in our headers and then just see if this works. And then we'll talk about pagination and stuff like that. Okay, so we need the client ID and this accept header. All right, so we have our headers. We'll say client ID is that. And this is our accept header. Accept. Baked beans. Cool. Why is this complaining? It does want a trailing comma. Huh, I thought we didn't want trailing commas. Why is this complaining? Because we don't want semicolons. This is hard. This is hard having a different, a different linter. Yeah. Okay. Actually, if I just run prettier, it should remove all the semicolons, right? Or, yeah, there we go. Hello, Pwn Repeat. What's up? I realize I'm missing a ton of chats. I'm just trying to get this working. I think we're beyond YouTube content. I've already spent too long on this. Maybe. I don't know. Replace all the semicolons with commas. All right. So when we call get followers, it's gonna make the request here. We're not gonna pass in cursor. We're just gonna pass in offset. So we'll just do something like offset equals, and then we'll just tack on this dot offset, and that's gonna turn it into a weird. Okay. All right, so this function will make the API request. It gets back the response and puts it on our data. And so what we're going to do in our async data is we're going to call get followers. Why can't we do this? Unexpected this in async data. Do we get access to methods? I have to take a look at async data. You can't use this inside async data. So we should get access to methods though, right? It'd be really lame if we didn't have methods. I mean, I guess technically. Oh, I see. And then whatever it returns is put into data or into the scope. Ah, okay. So I'm not going to be able to put this on methods. I am going to have to extract it into like a reusable function here. All right. Yeah, Nuxt is the Vue Js version of Next.js. All right. So we'll have a function that says get followers. It takes in an instance of Axios and then does this. So that way we can specify which Axios to use when. And then it just returns. Actually, we can destructure this from data. We have follows, we have total. I think something like that. And then we're just going to return an object that has total and follows. I could use a template literal, but I'm just tacking a thing onto the end of it, so I see. And I think that's all we want, right? So we want total and follows. Yeah, cool. So now we have this reusable function. To do it inside methods. Axios dot. Oh, why are we doing $sign get? Well, that's weird. Thank you, Hachigabat. Hachigahat. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Cool. Let's just get this working. So there probably is a better way to do this, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say get followers with that. Thank you very much, Archive Utility, for that Twitch Prime sub as well. That's going to give us back total and follows. And then we're actually just going to return that from our async data, which makes it accessible in the template. So we'll say total followers is total, and followers is follows. Like that. Another hype train? Really? Okay. Thanks, everyone. All right, quick stretch. F Society with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, F Society. Hello, friend. All right. Hype train's happening. We call get followers. That returns the data, which should make it available in the view. And then later on, we'll do a similar thing. Alien with the 100 bits. I think I missed something else too. Who else gave bits? Shines Love with the 100 bits. Vance with the 200 bits. Ah, all the support. And so we'll do a similar thing down here with this $sign Axios. I think. I don't know. Let's see if it worked. Just all of that for this. We're just gonna say total followers. Ah, resubs. Bits. Give me a sec. I'm gonna acknowledge everyone. I will acknowledge everyone. But right there, we're just gonna show total followers. All right. Will this work? I have to use $sign Axios inside the function. Oh, yeah. Thank you. This just needs to be Axios. Cool. So it wouldn't have worked. And I do have to do $sign get right there. Okay. Let's assume that's gonna work. Thank you very much, Shines Love with 100 bits, Alien with 100 bits, Vance with the 200 bits, Greg with 100 bits, Jance with the 3-month resub. It says, "What's up, dude? What's up, dude?" No $get. I'm using $get. What are you talking about? Doesn't async data need to be async? Yes, you're right. So we need to await this. We need to make this an async function. And then down here, we need to await it as well. You're all right. These are great catches. We're going to figure it out if it doesn't work. But yes, these are things that we need to do. 10 out of 10 code. It'll break. Get returns the data property. Get returns the response with status code. Oh, cool. Then I don't need $get. It's because this is what I'm used to. The built-in Axios get returns an object that has a data property, a wait list. Vociferous! Wow, the 200 bits. Thank you very much, Vociferous. All right. I should just try it. Let's just try it. We wrote a lot of code. It's compiled successfully. Let's see what happens. We're going to go to the page. Cannot read property offset of undefined. Oh, yeah. I actually need to pass the offset because there is no this inside this function. So much is happening! Thank you very much. MC Geek with the Twitch Prime sub. Code Silly Stuff with the Twitch Prime sub. Vociferous, we talked about that, 200 bits. Kyle Osborne, thank you very much, Kyle Osborne, with the 49 bits. Much appreciated. All right, let's fix this. So we need to actually pass in offset to this function because we don't have access to this. Like that. And then we'll pass in, when it loads on the server, the offset is 0. And then when it loads here, we'll do this dot offset plus 25. Anonymous Gifter with the gifted sub to Mr. Deanwolf. Thank you very much, Anonymous Gifter. Right, why is this complaining? Oh, it's I should. This is going swimmingly. All right, here we go. Look at that, it works. That was ridiculous. It was ridiculous to get to that point. All right, so we have total followers. Nice. But the interesting thing to note is that when this page loads, like let's actually look at this. Let's look at the XHR. I just got here and I have no clue what's going on. Well, I've been here for years and I still have no idea what's going on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the claps. Thank you. Did I miss any supports? Remind me if I missed supports. Render Melon with the Twitch Prime sub. Just as easy as step 1, 2, step 97. Thank you very much, Render Melon. Cool. So let's refresh this page. We can take a look at the network requests that happen here. So if we look at all the network requests and we search for like Twitch, there is no request to Twitch. So this is part of the server-side rendering. When you build an app like this with Nuxt, that async data method we wrote is running on the server side. Alien with the 2,000 bits. He says, "Glad I found your channel. Most entertaining coder. Would totally pay big dollars for structured training videos." Oh, thank you so much, Alien. 2,000 bits. An Anonymous cheer with 400 bits as well. Anonymous is really showing up in the chat today. The hype train just gives everyone a chance to earn exclusive emotes if they do any sort of support event during the hype train, like bits, subs, gifted subs. And yeah, you see we have 4 minutes left on level 4, and if anybody that gives bits or gives a sub will potentially earn emotes as a part of it. Level 4 scam train. It's not a scam train, right? People are here to support me. It's not a scam. I'm not scamming you. Like, you literally don't have to give me any money, and I will still tell you all the things I'm telling you right now. The Real Pygon! You know what? I was thinking about you, The Real Pygon, because it's been a while since I've seen you in the chat. Hopefully you're doing okay. And thanks for being here. I was just thinking about, like, potentially people that used to show up a lot, but now potentially don't show up because the chat's so busy. Zero Turner. Oh, no, sorry. Murdoch Turner with the gift to his brother, Zero Turner. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, same here, Real Pygon. I'm really busy. But have you heard of Twitch Prime? If Draculente with 100 bits, thank you very much, Draculente. If the real Greg with the gifted sub to pew pew pew, thank you very much. What's Twitch Prime? So, if you're new to all this Twitch stuff, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to Twitch, and then you get a free subscription that you can give to any streamer, including me, if you want to. So all of those Twitch Prime subs that you see popping up are people that linked their Amazon Prime account to Twitch, and then they just got to click the button for free. They literally did not have to pay any extra money. They're already paying for Amazon Prime. Bosifius, oh, Drew Kill with 100 bits. Bosifius with the 500 bits. CJ forced me to do this. Thank you very much, Bosifius. Yeah, a lot of people use Twitch Prime for sure. And that's not a bad thing. There we go. Kyle Osborne with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, Kyle Osborne. All right. What were we talking about? The simple fact that we are making a request to the Twitch API, but that's happening on the server side. So if we look at the source code of this page after it renders, let's look for this value, 11737. There it is. So you can see that, well, actually, that is hard to see. But you can see that Nuxt is actually pre-rendering my Vue Js components. Nuxt is serving this data to the browser with that data already loaded inside of it. But now we can start doing client-side single-page application things. So what I want to do first is I want to show all of the followers that were returned in that initial response. I'm going to show them in cards. And then we're going to have pagination so we can go to the next page. And when we go to the next page, that will be a client-side call, because then it'll start behaving as a single-page application and JavaScript will kick in. Yeah. If CJ doesn't read your chat, don't feel bad. He can't read. You know what? There's a lot of people here. Right. Who's excited? Who's excited about showing some cards? Let's show a card. How do we do this? Layout and elements. I need a card. Can anyone tell me where the cards are? Where are the cards? Let's card it up. Don't read this comment. It's not important. Well, elements card. Thank you. That was so hard to see. Oh, are you telling me that there's not a Vuefy component for card? Huh. So I just got to use the CSS. Okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. I don't mind. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are, we'll show this in an H1, total followers, and then we need to repeat this element. Actually, we'll do some grid stuff. Is there a layout? Layout and elements, grid system. Really? It's very surprising that Vuefy doesn't actually have grid components. You just have to use the built-in Bulma CSS. Cool, that's fine. All right, so we have a div class equals columns. And so this is going to be our grid. I think we'll do probably like 5 or 6 across. If you said something, I probably missed what it was, but it's fine. And then we want to repeat this card for every item in followers. So we'll say v4 follower in followers. All right, great work, everyone. Thank you so much for that hype train. 12 subs, 3,900 bits. Wow, so much support. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for bearing with me while we figure this out. Follower.id, probably. Let's take a look at the response. Each follower has a user property, which has an ID property. Follower.user.id. And then why is this complaining? There we go. Okay, so we should see a bunch of cards on the page now. We're going to have to give them a special... yeah, look at this. Beautiful. We're going to have to give them a class. And Hashir with 100 bits. Thank you very much, Hashir. We are going to give them a column class, so that way we show like five per row, right? Sizes. Is that how that works? Column is 4/5, is 2/3. There we go. I want a 12 grid system. This is what I'm used to. So if we want, can we do 5? I guess we could do 4, right? If we do is 3, then that's going to give us 4 across. So right here, we're going to give this a class of card, a class of column, and we'll do is 3. Would you look at that? But we need to wrap. Beautify cards are more good. You're probably not wrong. Right now, at this point, we need to wrap. Does a grid not wrap by default? Responsiveness. Mobile columns. Is multi-line? But where do I find that? Is it under options? Is v-centered? Well, thank you, Thon. Is multi-line, is mobile. Let's go. What's up, Ziggy Dot? And so we'll put this on the column. So is multi-line and is mobile. All right, is it gonna wrap? Nice, look at that. We got a bunch of John Smiths. Sometimes regular CSS is just too easy. Yeah, so, all right, we got a bunch of cards. We need to push them in a little bit so we should add some padding. Helpers. Spacing. Can we do padding like P-2 on this entire div? Is that how that works? That's not how that works. Can I do... I want padding around the whole thing. 3 cards... We'll probably do 3 cards a row, yeah. I guess really we just want left and right padding. So PL1 and... Or do we want margin? I think we want padding. Margin left 2. Margin right 2. And MB Dealer with the sub. Thank you very much for that sub. MX PX. MX PX. That's a band. Oh, it is PX. What? Why am I getting this wrong? PX. Wait. PX. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. PX is padding left and padding right. Okay, that makes sense. So PX2 should give us left and right padding. Nothing's happening. This is a Bufy, or Bulma, which is why I don't really know much about it and why I'm trying to figure it out right now. And Dextera with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, Dextera. All right. We definitely want grid gap. Let's go back to our grid options. I have seen programmer humor. What we've done sometimes before is I do an explanation for for whatever jokes are on there for anybody that doesn't understand some programming stuff. Well, I want the entire grid to have margin, which is why I was putting it there. I mean, technically, if we put this padding on the columns, that might work too. Let's see. But it's not. What I want on to get padding for the columns is to set up a grid gap. Is gapless. Variable gap. How do I specify the gap? Table? Yeah, we could use a table. We do is 3. I already did that. Oh no, I did that on the card. If I do it on that, am I not saving the file? Why is this so hard? Exclusive asks, oh, where do you practice to get so good at programming? This is practice. This is me just flailing. I don't know why these classes are not applying. Eventually we'll figure it out, and then we'll learn from that lesson. That's how I got so good, is by doing it wrong a bunch. Copy the cards from the homepage. Let's see. Struggle bus. Yeah, for sure. Every day we're flailing. Yeah, for some reason, that's the other thing, is the grid is being pushed up. I don't even know what's happening. I mean, honestly, yeah, we should pull up the element inspector. And we should see. 10,000 mistakes, exactly. All right, so... there's that. We got this. And, is it applying? Yeah, so columns last child margin bottom. So it is getting a margin left and a margin right. But that's negative. Why is it negative? Hello, Bear Cool. And then, yeah, why are they negative? What? What? I'm actually more used to the Chrome debugger. This is only the first question. This is usually what happens. We get into the first question, and then we just spend an hour trying to answer it. Yeah, here's the thing. I probably should not worry about this. We need to get pagination working, but I want it to look nice. At this point, I could have coded my own grid. Look at this. I could code my own grid. I'm going to code my own grid. And we're going to call this the follower. We're going to call this followers. And we're going to call this follower. Followers. Coding Garden CSS. Yeah. All right. So now that we do this, there we go. So now we just get a giant card. And then followers is going to be a flexbox. I mean, technically we could do CSS grid. This is probably a better case for CSS grid, but I don't actually. Look, watch me. Followers, display, flex, flex direction row by default, flex wrap. Great. And then now followers follower just has a width of what is that? What I called it? No, I called it with a dash. Followers follower just has a width of 20%. Watch this. Beautiful, right? Now it's actually within the container. And if we increase it to 25, then it's 4. Yeah. And then we also, I think technically I can specify margin here, and then it's included in the width of the element. Let's see. Beautiful, right? Margin 0.25 rem. I guess, can you do a flex gap? Yeah, it's a little too much. But then I could do a calculated width. So I'll do width is 25% minus 0.25 rem times 3, which should, yeah, do that. Look at that. This is all the CSS it takes. Thank you. All right. Okay. So great. So now let's actually put the data in. Yeah, CSS grid probably would be easier, but I don't know it as well. I know Flexbox. Okay. Look, Ma, no hands. All right, let's put the actual data in here. So for each of these, we have the follower information, and user.logo will have that. So I guess we'll put that right here. So we'll say follower.user.logo. And we need to bind that. Let's see what happens. Would you look at that? You can see that the aspect ratio is off because right now it has this class is 4x3. Can we do like is 3x3? Does that exist? Yeah, there we go. So nice. It's a square. Great work, everyone. Now let's actually put the name. So we can say user dot display name or name if display name doesn't exist. And that's going to go right here. So I'll say user dot follower dot user dot display name or follower dot user dot name. Yes, name. And we'll use the name for the @. Oh, I got new followers. Thanks, everyone. Let's actually go 3 to a column because they're not fitting very well. So we'll do 33%. Yeah. Nice. Look at all the followers. Very cool. All right. Do we have anything else? They have a bio. Yeah, so if they have a bio, we're going to include that. 33.3%. I can do that. Tailwind CSS for the win. No, look at this. This is all the CSS it took. Oh, actually, I think I see what you're saying. But actually, I'm using Bulma. I'm not using Tailwind. Okay, regardless. We're going to put their use follower.user.bio. Follower. Tailwind is love. Tailwind is wife. No, Tailwind is unnecessary. Just write the CSS. Cool. And then if anybody has a bio, it should show up. Does anybody have a bio? Well, we'll get pagination working. All right. And then we can also show when they started following. I'm about that. So if we look at this, we can say, well, no, that's when they update. Here we go, created app. So the created app property is when they started following. So what we'll do is follower dot created at. I mean, Tailwind is fine, but it's too much. It's like why not just write the CSS? I really don't see the benefit of just putting all of your CSS as class names. Cool. Follower.createdApp. And we'll put this in a date. And we'll say to date string. 2.5 rem times 3. Yes. I will change it. Is to date string an actual function? I think I need like to date time string. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I see where Tailwind is useful. I do. Like, and if you use Tailwind, that's great. More power to you. But I don't like it. To date time string? Is that a thing? To locale string. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. Just to locale string is formatted enough. Nice. Right. Are we getting more followers? That's an interesting way to think about it, but I think it prevents you from creating reusable classes. I think that's one of the things I don't like about it is with CSS, you create things and they are reusable, and you have to think about 420. Blaze it. All right, you have to think about. Why did I say that? You stop it, everyone. You have to think about if you actually write the classes and they are used by multiple things in your app. You have to think about inheritance and shareability and stuff like that. All right, so Green Passion just followed, and if we refresh, probably in a second we'll see that Green Passion follow. Thank you very much, M Crucial. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. It'll show up eventually. All right, let's get pagination working. That'll be fun, and then we're done with this, even though we've been working on it for like an hour. Pagination. Custom pagination buttons. All right. Java or Golang for backend? That's two very different things. Do your research. That's my answer. Use components to make them reusable. Yes. Yeah, there are 40 followers. We'll get there. We'll get there. But because we know the page size is 25, I can use this thing that I'm building. Well, but they're not reusable. I wouldn't call Tailwind reusable classes. Tailwind is every single CSS property as a class, and those individual things are reusable, sure, but the collection of properties you're applying is not reusable. All right, how does this work? No, I don't want. I just want this piece down here. B pagination. Total. Current. All right, let's see what happens. All right. So total is that. Current? Range before. Oh my. Can't I just like V4 over some buttons? I swear I could build this easier than trying to figure out what this thing wants. Yeah, let's just make our own buttons. This will be fun. Maybe we'll turn this part into YouTube content. How to create pagination buttons from scratch. The fly, was there a fly flying around? I didn't even see it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Tailwind is great. Tailwind is great for like prototyping, definitely. But eventually, you gotta move on to reusable, shareable CSS. How often do you use the exact same thing? Pretty often. Yeah, I think but that's where you use like inheritance. So everything has the same base class. I mean, and that's inheritance in CSS. Everything has the same base class, and then for the things that are different, you have modifier classes, but you share the same base class. All right, but oh, I totally didn't see. Your name is literally Mr. Disagree. Thanks for being here, Mr. Disagree. It's always good to have differing opinions. Yeah, a very relevant username. Yes. All right, what am I doing? I just need a button. I need a bunch of buttons. Yeah, so we could figure out how this is gonna work, but we're just going to create we're gonna do this. The more I get to reusable base class, I disagree with you, Mr. Disagree, but that's okay. We can have a positive discourse. All right, I just want a basic button. And we'll have like I need some variable. All right, first of all, let's just show these buttons on the page. So that should be nice enough. Now we just got a bunch of buttons at the top. They're all of different types too. Look at all those buttons. That's great. Oh, and thank you everyone. Green Passion, Let's Melon, Untinked. Thank you for all those follows. Everyone else will get a shout out too. We just need to get some pagination going. But on my data, we need this stuff. So we need total. Actually, we can do computed. Computed properties. All right. Let's try to turn this into some YouTube content. Is everyone ready for some YouTube content? This will be YouTube content about creating pagination from a paginated API response. I disagree with you, but it's okay because you're wrong. No. Like, you're entitled to your opinions. Everyone has preferences. We've talked about this before. Content. All right. Put all the data inside array and then splice. All right. Focus. Can we do this in 11? Should this be a 1,337 second challenge? No, that's 22 minutes. I can do it faster than 22 minutes. Let's do it in 12 minutes. We'll do it in 12 minutes. Let's go. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. In this video, I'm going to attempt to create some pagination buttons. So right now, on this webpage, we're listing the followers for my Twitch channel. You can see that there are this total number of followers, and right now, we're only seeing the first 25. And so what I want to do is I want to create some buttons along the top here that allow me to go to any page in this total amount of followers, and then also probably like next and previous buttons, but we'll figure all of that out. At this point, we already have all of the code up and going to make the request to the API, load that data, but now we need to go between pages. So first need to think about like what are the properties of pagination. The first one is total pages. And we're going to start that off at 0, but after we make the first request, we're going to set total pages equal to the total amount divided by the page size. And then we'll also have a current page, which should start off at 1. And then we can actually compute the offset based on the current page. Actually, offset and total pages should both be computed properties. Okay, so let's do this. We need some computeds. Computed. So computeds are really nice because they automatically update when the data changes. And so if we create a computed property called total pages, this just does the calculation, and this calculation will only run if total followers ever changes. So total pages should be total followers divided by page size. So this dot page size. And then we should math.ceiling that. Like that. So total number of pages is total number of followers divided by the page size. And let's also create a page size. So we'll say page size is 25. Okay, so that's our total pages. And then the current page, or sorry, the offset is based off of the current page. So our current offset is going to be current page minus 1 times the page size. And we use this. So this dot. This dot. All right. I think that should get us there. So we have total pages and we have offset. Now we just need to use these values. So I'm going to use total pages to decide how many buttons do I show across the top. And I think I'm just going to use like a basic light button. And then we'll have, we'll set is primary if it is the current page. Okay, so we need to repeat this button for every page. We'll say page in total pages. Can I do an arrange like that? I don't know if that works. Let's see if this works. I literally have no idea because total pages is actually just a number. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then I need a key, which is just going to be the page itself. So key is equal to page. All right, here we go. Will it blend? Broken. It's really interesting. Well, I mean, is it broken? I saw them for a split second. Look at, oh yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, I just needed to refresh. Look at all those pages. There are 471 pages. All right. This is where like a custom component would be nice because it would basically hide all of the ones that that don't matter. That's okay. We're gonna keep it for now. That's a lot of pages. We have 471 pages. We also could increase the page size. So if we increase the page size to 100, it's fine. We're gonna leave it. But now we want to highlight the current page. So I'm gonna add a custom class binding that says if this page is equal to the current page, apply is primary. So we're gonna say we want to apply the is primary class. And that's only if page is equal to current page. There we go. And so by default, we see that the current page is 1. Now, I want to increase the current page, and then when I increase the current page, we need to get the next page of results. Great. So when I click on a page, we want to set the current page to be that page. So we'll just say when you click it, this dot current page equals page, just like that. Oh, not this dot. We're inside the template, so we can just say current page equals page. And now that should at least switch like this. Great. But the only thing we need to do now is whenever the page changes, we need to call the API. and get the next page of results. So let's do that. Why is this complaining? Should go before click. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, prettier. All right. So when current page changes, we need to call the API again. And I think we'll just put that in a watcher. I think it makes sense to put it in a watcher. So we'll say we're going to watch the current page. And when the current page changes, we need to call get followers with the right info. So we now actually need to just do, we can just pass in this dot offset. We shouldn't actually have to set offset. Why is this complaining? Cool. And when the current page changes, we'll say this dot get followers with the offset. Is it that easy? I don't know. Let's see. So when current page changes, it's going to call this, but now offset, it gets recalculated because the current page has changed. Should be good. All right. All right. So we're on page 1. Thank you. Get trolled. Thank you for the follow. Rainy days, Igul. So if we go to page 2, we should see some older followers. Would you look at that? See you later, S Fox. Thanks for dropping by. If we go to page number 471, we should see. Wait, did it work? I don't know if it worked. It could be that my maths are off. Filled with status 400. Let's look at that API request that's happening. Hacks. Let's go to page 470. Response. Bad requests. The parameter offset was malformed. The value must be less than or equal to 1600. What? I have more than 1600 followers. Right? Right? All right, here's what we're going to do. Right now, I'm just going to say total pages equals 10. So that way it only shows... Twitch has a limit? So that way we're only showing the last 10 pages of followers. Yeah, so at least this should work. So if I go to page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. So Auka is saying I cannot page more than that on either side. Interesting. And Gene with the 50 bits who says, hi, man. Thank you very much, Gene. Cool. So that works. Is this YouTube content? I don't know. This was pretty fun, though. So I like the idea of basically having computed properties, especially if you're using something like Vue. Right now, we're in Nuxt. So we have our computed properties, which calculate total pages or offset. I mean, technically, you would want the total number of pages. And we can make this more complex. Like, if there are, like, a ton of pages like this, we could do some calculations and only show the current range. That's fine. But we're going to go back to just hard coding 10. And then the offset is based off of the current page. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. This is basic pagination. Join us on Twitch. Yeah, this is sorted by recent followers. All right. Bye, everyone. All right. Now, let's get back to the question at hand. Bye, YouTube. Yeah, we could add next and previous buttons. I don't know. I think we're done. Yeah, so if we look at the last 15 followers, this is a little bit behind. But yeah, Xoff, Jalamid, get trolled. So this, by default, this is ordered by when they followed. Okay. Best YouTube ever. Well, thank you. What I wanted to show you, everyone that's watching right now, is the fact that on the first page load, this is server-side rendered. I want math.floor. No, I think I want math.ceiling because I want one more page because there's a fraction. But as you can see, on first page load, Nuxt has pre-rendered the HTML that get loaded into the page. So that's great. However, if we take a look at the network tab, whenever we go to another page, that is not the page does not refresh. That actually makes an an async request or an AJAX request to the Twitch API, and then dynamically loads that content. So with something like Nuxt, you get the best of both worlds. You get server-side rendered on your initial page load, but then subsequent requests it all behaves like a single-page application where the whole thing doesn't refresh, only the things that need to refresh actually refresh. So that's cool. At this point, I think we want to rate test it. I just turned it off, Hakaj. I didn't want. I want to use that URL shortener for myself, not anyone else. HMR. I think this is the auto hot reloading and auto refresh. Can you cache these pages? You technically could, like on your server side, sure. And I'm pretty sure Nuxt does something like that. So if we actually, I mean, in a one thing that would make sense here is actually if I took in a query parameter that was like page equals 5. That way, the server side could actually pre-render that specific page, and we could like set it on our data. I'm not gonna do that though. Let's let's actually just load test this thing. Does anybody know a good load tester? And while we're thinking of that, I'm gonna acknowledge the last 50 follows. Eshton Martin, thank you for the follow. Alvaron, thank you for the follow. Actually, I mean, I could use this to acknowledge followers, but we need I need to click the checkbox here. Did we have any suggestions for a load tester so we can load test this? Because the initial question that was actually asked is why is it slower in terms of requests per second? But I don't know. Gatling, artillery, those are good options. Ingrot. All right. Let's acknowledge all the 51 people that have followed in the past hour. I've been busy. I'm sorry, everyone, but hopefully you're still here, and thanks for dropping by. Eshton Martin, thank you for the follow. Alvaron, thank you for that follow. Patrick, thank you. Isabel, thanks for being here. Welcome to the Coding Garden. Hello, Twixus. All 400 of us contested. Yeah, I got partnered yesterday. Pedro Cattens, thank you for the follow. Ironworker, thanks for being here. Lord Rivera, thanks for the follow. Type in chat. Kraken, thank you for that follow. Blackbeard, thanks for being here. Look at that badge. Yeah, so I thought about, like, is it pretentious and obnoxious to go around Twitch chat with a verified badge? Like, should I be, like, low-key and just keep my good luck, have fun badge, you know? Keep it on? Keep it? Okay. The thing is, like, people respond more when they see that badge. I like it too. It's cool. But also, flex it. But also, if I'm hanging out in some other streamer's chat, I don't want to take away their attention, you know? You know? Let's stretch. I guess that's true. But now it's like, I got a check mark. I do get off track. What's up, Aaron? Jackson, thank you for the follow. Hell Neo, thanks for being here. Schleyer, hello. Sarwan, thanks for being here. Kerosene, welcome. The Golden Keister, or not Keister, Skeeter. Thanks for the follow. Exbrian, thanks for being here. Silent You, thanks for the follow. And Ratu, thank you for the follow. Kazaa, thanks for the follow. Stetner, thanks for the follow. Ahmed, thank you for the follow. Bashir, thanks for the follow. Themo, thanks for being here. Bruno Franfraccini, thank you for being here. Rich, thanks for the follow. Srijan, I appreciate you. Sleep Yarn, thank you for being here. Tuckerbaum, thanks for the follow. Berber, thanks for the follow. Prator, hello. Randolph, thanks for being here. Welcome to the Coding Garden. Philippe, welcome. Trichetti, welcome. Dextrage, welcome. Green Passion, thank you for being here. Let's Melon, thank you. Untinct, thank you for the follow. I remember when I only had less than 1,000 followers. Thank you for that follow. Legendary Stone, thanks for being here. M Crucial, thanks for following. Yeah, look at my oldest followers. Heck, Alka, Conrad, Pop Pop. Actually, I don't know if I've seen Pop Pop in the chat. Ayub? It's been a while since I've seen Ayub. Julian's here today. Who else is here today? That might be the only people that are here today. 1Q, thank you for the follow. Rainy Days, I appreciate you. Get Trolled, never gonna give you up. Gallymead, thanks for being here. Socks Off, thanks for being here. Boss Ev, hello. Shrijan, hello. 122, sorry. Thanks for being here. Obnoxious, thanks for being here. Hakaj, thanks for that follow. Mini Trigger, thanks for being here. And Puchaik, thanks for being here. I'm a goldfish. It's true, I get distracted very easily. Also, what have we actually done today? Yeah. Okay, yeah, Callum, were you the one that initially gave me or did the content emote? Oh, that's so good. Does this tile? Like, if we put them side by side, does it tile? It's Philip. Thank you so much for the resub. Cheers. Well, we have Clash of Code today. I don't know. You know, why do I even... Yeah, make it tile. I think that would be awesome, because then we can have just walls of content emotes. I'll upload it for sure. Yeah, that URL is not going to be whitelisted. It won't load. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I could make a quick page that tiles it. Yeah, the bits are in the message emote or overlay is broken. I need to fix that. That cup is scary. All right. Let's load test this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try to do code review at the end of... oh, thank you, Alka. So you see, Alka's CDN is whitelisted, so he can embed things. But yeah, if we could get that to tile... content emote. That'd be so good. I'm not going to let you all DDoS it, but I am going to use something like Artillery to load test the backend. And honestly, like, so the question was, why is it slower? I don't know. I'm sure there are things you can do to optimize it. And like, maybe, like if you really do want a fast pre-render, then like in the example of my application, maybe you don't use async data. Maybe if you want your initial page renders to be really fast, and then on the client side, it can make the request. But I don't know about the reward at the end of every month. So the plan is most likely the 31st, I will do a code review stream. All right. Artillery. How does Artillery work? Artillery quick start guide. Believe. That's nice. Run a quick test. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're going to install Artillery, which is a load balancing tool. I mean, somebody else mentioned Gatling. And it's Philip with the focus. Thank you very much. Actually, this could be good, quick YouTube content, just talking about load testing. We could use NPX. I think I'm going to install it globally, though, because otherwise I have to wait for it to install. But yeah, we're going into focus mode. Thank you, it's Philip. I don't know if I'm going to start it yet. Yeah. That's too busy. Content. Yeah, we're about to do some content. I guess now would be the time for a content emote. Well, I think I don't know if Callum, let me know, are you working on it right now? Because if you're working on it right now, I think we'll wait for you to do that, to finish the content emote. Content. Content. Cool. Thank you. I'm not going to compare it against Next. No, I am just going to see like how many requests per second can we average just using this. All right. I'm gonna kill this. I think we're gonna want the Does Nuxt start? Do we know if Nuxt start is automatically in production mode? Yeah, set the node env to production. So I think I want to do something like this. I'm going to say something like node env equals production, and we'll do npm start. And that should start it in production mode. No, Nuxt fatal. No build files found. Use either Nuxt build to start in development mode or start Nuxt. Oh, okay. So let's do Nuxt npm run build. So build it. Yeah, build for production. And it should do node env equals production by default, right? Nuxt is similar to Next. Yeah, so Nuxt is the Vue Js version of Next.js. All right. So we can see the built file. Let's do it again, but we'll say node env equals production. And floor chair gang, welcome to the show. Do it again. Again. All right, is that any different from our last output? 8.2531. That's the same. All right. So it's built, and then now let's try to start it up. Environment, production, rendering, server side, target, server, using 32 megabytes of memory. And so now, this is now running in production mode, which is going to do a lot of optimizations to help with like request time and stuff like that. Floor chair gang. Look at, oh yeah, we were looking for somebody that has a description. Welcome. Before you got here, we built this web page that shows Twitch followers for my channel, and we can paginate through it. But what we're about to test is how many requests per second can this thing handle. All right. Can someone help out floor chair gang? We got a lot of commands here. Julian, you've been following for a really long time, but what we found earlier is that like I can't go past offset of 1600, which is unfortunate. So burn it to the ground. What's up, Acid Spark? It makes you want to unfollow just to follow again. Well, you want to have your follow creation date like really, really far back. All right, but what we're about to do is we're going to spam this server with requests using a tool called Artillery. And I think we just installed that. I thought we did. Well, yeah, I didn't start up the LEDs today. Nuxt, because somebody asked the question earlier. They asked a question about the number of requests per second that they're getting. And we'll figure it out. We'll see how many requests per second do we get by default. I saw, I'm waiting for Callum to do the content emote. I'm going to whitelist that URL, and then we're all going to spam that in the chat. However, Doc was mentioning enable component cache, which is something we can try to do, which might speed it up. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we did want this to be a test against Next, then we would have to build the same thing with Next, and I just don't have time for that. I can upload without approval? Really? I feel like it still takes a few seconds to kick in, right? Or a few minutes. It's really just going to be a rate limit against my client ID. Oh, run with clustering too. All right. Doc's got all the ideas to scale. Okay. I don't need approval for emotes. Wow. That's cool. Based on client ID and IP address, yeah. So technically they might actually rate limit me. I mean, another optimization is we should cache, like in-memory cache followers. So like this function get followers. If it's requesting the same page, then we shouldn't hit the API again. Yeah, exactly. So it's exactly what Doc is just saying. Basically, this function here should look into a cache for this specific offset to see if we've already requested that page. And actually, I don't know, is Thomas Parsley, are you here still? This was all, the past hour has been setting all of this up so that we can test this. However, it was fun to use Next. It was fun to get Pagination working. It was fun to call the Twitch API. This was all fun. Did anybody learn anything? Type 1 in the chat if you learned something. Hello, Thomas. Yeah, I'll show caching. Cool. Nice. I'm glad to hear it because this has been an extremely rambly stream. And also, we've barely answered any questions. We've asked more questions than we've answered. How to do it reactive. I mean, when you get a follow, you will see it as a page without refreshing. Oh, you would need to tap into Twitch webhooks. Yeah, I don't think there's a pub sub event for it. So you'd need to tap into webhooks. Your backend server would then need to like emit a socket event, and then your page would need to load that. Or you can just refresh the page a bunch. All right. Let's learn something. Nice. Let's acknowledge the follows. Oh, thank you, Stian Jaco. Thanks for being here. Can you use local storage for caching so the client can also cache? Yeah, exactly. But I think the main thing that we're load testing is the initial page render, the initial page load. For my personal site, I use a headless WordPress and add content weekly. So, I mean, like, it might make sense to, instead of doing server-side rendering, you could do a pre-rendered website. Like, if you know that content is only changing, like, once a week, you could pre-render it, and then you don't even need a server. Then it's just static files. Too long, didn't watch. What did I do so far? I'll talk about it. Hello, Levi. Welcome to the show. So we generated a Nuxt app. Very basic. We added one page called followers. We are doing pre-rendered... it's doing server-side rendering. So when the page initially loads, Nuxt is actually injecting the rendered HTML for the first page of followers. And then every page of followers after that is just runs on the client. The request run on the client side. As like a single page application. And then also we added some very basic pagination so we can see the first 10 pages of results. So we can do pages like this. So this is what we did. That's about it. Oh, who's that? Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, we spent this whole hour working on it, but that might be your answer. Because you could potentially tap into, yes, when does the content change? And if the content changes, then you rerun a build. You also could just do it manually. Like, if it's not happening that frequently, do a manual build. But, yeah, your CMS might actually it could potentially do some sort of webhook whenever content changes. And then you could do a static build. Yeah. Vuefy Nuxt template. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's acknowledge follows. We're waiting on an emote is why I'm stalling. And Callum, take your time. I don't mean to rush you. Take your time. And Mianu, thank you for the follow. Code Task Force, thanks for being here. Trion, thanks for being here. Michelle, welcome. Code It and Name It, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Floor Chair Gang, appreciate you. Stian Jaco, thanks for the follow. Sheep Pole, thanks for following. And Cowgirl Beat Boop, thanks for being here. Now I realize we have a ton of redemptions that I haven't even looked at once. And what's up, Yogo? Manually, too lazy. Yeah, so I mean, I have confidence that you could actually find something that will do it automatically. And Pixel Logic Dev, what's up, dude? And thank you very much for the congrats. Yeah, I got a check mark on my name. Yes, it happened. Look at it. It's checkboxed. But check out Pixel Logic Dev. He's great. He's a member of our Live Coders team. And just an awesome dude. So definitely click the link, drop a follow. How to make a code editor. Well, it's built with Electron. Yeah. And Mr. Demon Wolf's a member of our Live Coders team, too. Any other live coders here? Just say hi. Say hi. I have done the YouTube live chat API. A famous cult leader. Wait, what? This takes me to Google. Sure about that? What are you trying to pull, Aiden? Is it water, mate, coffee, energy drink? Oh, it's water. I mean, I guess you... I don't want to pour it out. There's water in there. It's invisible. Oh, Drills. I had no idea you were a live coder, but check out Drills. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Pixelogic. Much appreciated. Collab. So here's the thing. I want to do collabs with people, but also there's a lot of stuff that I said I was going to do with my community. And I like to get the things done with my community first before I start collabing with other people. I am a famous What? No. But like I want to do a Meet the Mods stream. So all the mods on my channel, I want to get them on stream if they want to be on stream. I also want to do like a community lightning talk stream where anybody in the Coding Garden Discord server can submit a lightning talk and just give it live on stream. We'll probably do like a Zoom call or something like that. But yeah, Mr. Doomwolf, for sure. Like I will potentially do a Q&A where I don't know how I want to do it. Like one mod at a time, or we're all in a group call and we kind of just talk. I don't know. And Julian, I'll see you. Thanks for being here. Am I mainly a web-based developer? I build applications. Those applications happen to run on the web, but I am an application developer. I really don't consider myself much of a front-end dev. I know a lot of front-end stuff, but the majority of my time is spent like architecting the overall application. Yeah. Would I ever use PHP if it seemed like the right thing at that time? Yeah. All right. What happened to your emote? Wait, honestly? Alka, can you post your content emote from your CDN? Cuz I actually have to go in 20 minutes. What was the content we were even about to do? Oh, we're just about to load test a thing. All right. Believe. Wait, did you make that, Alka? What are we believing in? Yeah, I mean, I guess... Let me look at the calendar. So I have a work meeting. I could technically take a 30-minute break and then come back, but I gotta work today. Oh, you did make the Believe one. That's nice. Is that a McDonald's thing? Content. Callum, if you're still here, how long do you think it will take you to finish? Now, again, I don't want to rush you, but we'll probably use the one that doesn't tile, but I am going to let it be known. I'm going to use the one that tiles. I'm going to take that and actually make it a real emote. But yeah, so anybody can copy and paste this, and it will load, at least for now. All right, let's go. We're gonna do 8 minutes of focus. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Content Garden with CJ. I don't know. In this short video, I'm going to talk about load testing. So we had a question that came in from Thomas Parsley, who is asking, like, why is Nuxt.js slow? They're only getting 370 requests per second versus something like Next, which is getting like 2,100 requests per second. And to really even answer that question, first we built a Nuxt application. So we built this basic Nuxt app where you can, where it lists my followers, but the initial page of followers is actually pre-rendered. And what we're going to do now is we're going to try to load balance it. So we're going to use this tool called Artillery. And I believe I've already installed it globally. Let me just install it if I haven't. But yeah, I installed it globally. So Artillery is a tool that will basically make requests against a particular endpoint, and it will report on that. So let's try to use it. So we're going to run a quick test that does 10... So we're simulating 10 virtual users, and each of those 10 users will send 20 requests to the endpoint. So we're gonna do this, and currently I have my Nuxt app running in production mode. Now it's important that when I'm doing this load test, I'm doing it against something in production mode, because when it's in dev mode, there's a lot of things that aren't optimized. So I'm running in production mode, it's ready to go, and we're just gonna make the request locally against this and see what happens. We'll see what the average request time is. So 10 virtual users, each sending 20 requests to this endpoint. One thing is I might actually get rate limited by the Twitch API because I'm not caching that content yet. But let's see. Wow. So elapsed time is 1 second. It completed. Mean responses per second are 145. And response time has a minimum of 4.5 milliseconds and a maximum of 44.5. And everyone finished. So, I mean, this is not ideal, right? I mean, people in the chat, let me know if I'm interpreting this correctly. But what this is saying is that the responses per second was only about 146. Whereas if we're comparing that to something like Next, which gets 2,100 requests per second, that's a whole lot better. Now, what I'm going to do is just some quick optimizations to see if we can make it better. The first thing that I'm going to optimize is this API request to Twitch. Now, I'm guessing that the reason that the number of requests is so low is because the fact... Hydrate. I'm going to... Cheers. Hydrate. The reason the number of requests is so low is because it has to hit the Twitch API. So we're just going to do a basic cache. And, I mean, we could do, like, a reset of the cache. There's a lot of different ways to do it. We could cache it in a database. I'm just going to cache it in memory. So I'm going to say, we'll say if cache at that offset, then I really just want to return cache at that offset. Now, of course, I would need to reset this cache, especially because followers is a real-time thing that keeps increasing. Use a map. I'm just going to use an object. I always just use an object. And then once we have something, we're going to put that data. So we'll say cache at offset equals result. We're going to put result into an object here. Like that. All right, so the initial request does have to hit the Twitch API, but every request after that is going to just serve it from memory, and so that should increase it a little bit. Shout out to everyone reading the chat on YouTube. All right, let's do it, and we want to beat 146 requests per second. Content. It looks like we didn't increase, even with that caching, we did not increase it. I totally forgot. I need to rebuild. So we were running a built version of the production app. We need to rebuild. So we're going to do build and start. Let semicolon. npm run start. Here you go. So we're going to build it. We're going to start it, and then we're going to rerun our request. It should be faster. If it's not faster, something's wrong. But it should be faster than 146 requests per second, because now we're actually caching the data. All right, so it's running. Here we go. We're hoping for better than 146 requests per second. It didn't change. It's still exactly the same. So maybe Axios was actually caching for me by default. So that's nice. What else can we do to make it better? So earlier, like what? Earlier, Doc suggested some things. So we could do something like, for one, we're setting Node and Vue to production. We're definitely doing that. Nuxt component cache. Let's look up Nuxt component cache and see how easy it would be to enable that. How to cache Vue components. Add Nuxt.js component cache as a dependency. Add it to the modules section. Let's try it. No harm in caching components. So let's kill the production build. Install this dependency. And then we're going to add it to our Nuxt config. So Nuxt config This goes in the modules section. Excuse me. Just like that. Cool. What are some other cache things I can do? You should not cache components that have child components that may rely on global state. It should be fine. All right, and then also, do they have anything on clustering? Cluster. How to deploy using a PM2 cluster mode. We'll do this next. Let's see if caching the components increases our responses per second. And if it does, so we installed it, we added it to our config. Let's rebuild and restart, and let's see if we can increase the number of requests per second. Yeah, and we actually just handled this, like the upstream's Twitch request. So we're now caching the requests, which should prevent multiple requests going to the Twitch API, which should increase the load time. All right. Let's try it again. Am I doing something wrong? Like, why this does not go above 146 requests per second? Yeah. So, is this just a limit of Nuxt? Here's the thing. If I set up PM2, we better get better. We better get better than 146 requests per second. So let's set up PM2. So install PM2, configure it, build it, and then start it. What if the rate tester is caching? That's possible too. Oh, you're right. It should be /followers. Was I not requesting /followers? Yep. Now it should be even worse. Yeah. This whole time I was only requesting the home page instead of the followers page. Yeah, so this time, because I wasn't requesting that. Okay, this is not YouTube content. No. So we started it up in production mode. So we built it. We're running in production mode, so it's enabling all of the optimizations. Yeah, so we're running in production. Yeah, big goof. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm really sad that we're only getting 106 requests per second. Yeah, that was an epic fail. YouTube. And the thing is, I have to go in like 9 minutes. Retake. Or no. Okay, let's do a lightning round. I'm gonna answer like as many questions as I can in the next 5 minutes. If you've asked a question on Vox, type !mark here. We're gonna do a lightning round. Yeah, that's weirdly slow. I'm surprised. All right. When to use TypeScript versus JavaScript? This could be YouTube content. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. We have this question from It's Philip, who asks, when... and Gold Flash, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. But we have this question that asks, when to use TypeScript versus JavaScript? Now, this is a classic question. People ask it all the time. I'm going to try to answer it and make this video less than a minute long. Use TypeScript if you have content. Use TypeScript if you're working on a team. Use TypeScript if you're working with multiple people. Type annotations are going to help you communicate about the code. Use TypeScript if you have a large open source project that a lot of people are contributing to. TypeScript is self-documenting, so the code itself will explain to others how they can use it and modify it. Use TypeScript if you're afraid of keeping a lot of things in your head. So one thing about TypeScript is it gives you a really good editor support that tells you like what are the properties on an object, what are the methods you can call. Whereas typically with JavaScript, you might not get that depending on how you've done it. So if you're used to a statically typed language, if you're used to editor support, TypeScript is probably the way to go. Use JavaScript if it's something that you're just working on yourself. You still technically can write JS documentation that describes your code without using type annotations. Use JavaScript if you pretty much want less work, because TypeScript is more work. You're going to have to create your interfaces. You're going to have to create all your type annotations, whereas JavaScript, you just write the code. Now, that comes at a cost, because one of the main reasons people choose TypeScript is that because of all these type annotations, it prevents you from inserting or seeing certain bugs in your JavaScript code. I realize this is probably longer than a minute. But yeah, so there are some good reasons to use TypeScript. But as you've seen if you watch the Coding Garden, I use JavaScript a lot, and that's because it's mainly just me writing the code. And also, I like to hack things together. I like to just get them done, and so that's why I would choose JavaScript. Will JavaScript become obsolete? Obsolete? The answer is, I think, absolutely not. People will always be writing JavaScript. Even with the introduction of things like TypeScript or things like WASM, like we will never, like it's potential that you're going to get TypeScript-esque things in JavaScript, but JavaScript has to be backwards compatible to work with all of these browsers. And so we're never going to see it like fully replaced unless every browser decides to adopt a language. I don't know, but that's my answer. Use JavaScript if you want to have fun. Use TypeScript if you want to write something that is usable and maintainable by other people. Thank you. Absolute. Oh, really quick, Cheyenne is saying, is it easy to learn TypeScript if you already know JavaScript? Yeah, it is. The main thing, and here, I'll add to this video. If you are a JavaScript developer, if you've only written JavaScript, TypeScript is a good place to go next if you're wanting to learn about the world of languages and the other types of code that is, or languages and programming that is out there, because JavaScript is extremely dynamic. And if you've only done that, you're used to that. But if you use something like TypeScript, it forces you to write code in a certain way. And you have to learn about static typings, which is potentially a good on-ramp to using something like C# or Java or any other statically typed language. I would say it's easier because everything you can do in JavaScript is valid TypeScript, but you do have to learn a lot of things on top of that. Yeah, and so TypeScript is great if you're coming from a strongly typed language. There are a ton of people that came from the C# world and are coming into TypeScript. I mean, TypeScript is created by the same people that create C#. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. This was a several minute long video, but that's my answer to that. Thank you for watching. All right. I gotta go. I only got 5 minutes. Let's answer a non-sub question. Can I try out the web Bluetooth API? That would be really fun. I gotta find some Bluetooth devices, but if you did not know this, web browsers can literally connect directly to Bluetooth devices. I know, it's insane, but it's possible. How do I communicate to an iframe from a native app? Is that even possible? I mean, aside from like spinning up a server, that's kind of it. Looking for lemons. You and I start work at the same time. Yeah. When to use Python versus JavaScript? I mean, the nice thing about JavaScript is that it's that same language you can use to write backend node.js apps, and you can use to write front-end apps. And so you really only have to learn one language. I think that's one of the main benefits. People might talk about Python or the fact that you can run Python in the browser, but it's not a common thing, and it requires extra libraries and stuff like that. But Python is typically like a backend language, so you would use Python to build your API. So I would say use JavaScript if you're comfortable. Use Python if you're comfortable with that. Yeah, but I don't know. Is there a way to speed up an npm install? Day after day, npm install is taking longer. It's frustrating. You might try something like pnpm. Yeah, we didn't. I'm gonna give everybody their points back. This was a rough stream. We spent over like an hour and a half just building an app. We barely answered a question. That's okay. I appreciate you all for being here. But try pnpm. It caches your dependencies, so it potentially runs faster. But also, pnpm doesn't work for some things, so be careful with it. Yeah, that's true, Doc. I don't have time to do that now, but yeah, I think that would make sense. If we really, really wanted to load test it, we should put it in an ideal environment. We should put it where it's going to be in the real world in production, and then load test it there. Yeah. And thank you, Herman. The stream was lit. All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here. All right. I gotta go. How would I recommend getting growth on Twitch as a developer streamer? Wait, Pwn Repeat has asked so many questions. Let's answer one more question that's not theirs. But these questions will stick around, so we can answer them next time. Is it possible to add a dropdown in a markdown file? You can use that one HTML thing with the content that like expands and collapses. What is that? Anybody know what that's called? Like it has a little arrow. It's like supported in HTML directly. Details. Details and summary. Look up that. I believe that's supported in Markdown. Yeah, so exactly like this. Look at this. This is Markdown. Look at that. I mean, it's not like a drop-down menu. Hey, I accidentally clicked that link. But yeah, go to MDN. You can see it there. All right. Any good way of finding URLs in a string? Regular expression. That's about it. I realize this question's been up here for a week, but I will leave it up. I'll come back next time. Next time we answer questions, I'll try to find the regex. All right, I gotta go. I appreciate you all. This was fun. I got a check mark next to my name now, so that's pretty cool. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the supports. All the Twitch Prime subs, all the resubs. Oh, I think I might have missed that. It's Philip with the 3-month resub. Thank you. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I gotta go. We're gonna raid somebody. Stick around for the raid. Yes. Oh, thank you everyone for the congrats. We're gonna raid someone. Stick around for that. I appreciate you all. Next stream is actually scheduled for tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow. I'll see you there. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this. Yes.